here. Any other topics that we should ask this panel while we have everyone here to just get a consensus opinion?
How many doctors that are on here right now have had to deal with family members or professional colleagues that have clearly not understood what's going on and had to, you guys have been singled out, like you've, in other words, let's see, where you've experienced this ridiculing because of the mainstream media's message that's brainwashing people and have to deal with trying to explain it and people saying, no, you're crazy, the mainstream media wouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. How many doctors have had to be?
So how many of you are facing ridicule because your points of view are different than that of the mainstream media and the government's calls? All right, so let's see those hands. Is that most people? I don't know. Pamela Rogers hasn't put her hand up. Otherwise, I see most people here. Yeah.
I don't see anybody that doesn't have their hand up, Brian. Tell me if you see anybody without their hand up. I mean, there's some people we don't see at all.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can't really include them in the vote, but I don't see any.
That must be frustrating. Is that frustrating, everybody? Can I just see thumbs up? Is that frustrating to feel like you're the one and to try to come out and say something that you know is medically correct and everyone is saying, no, that's not true. And you're like, but I'm a doctor and I know what I'm talking about and I have colleagues that feel the same way. And yet you're listening to someone like a Bill Gates or a Fauci try to tell you what to do who have these vested interests. Isn't that frustrating?
Yeah. How many people feel frustrated? Raise your hand on this again one more time. Because now this is like, look at the number of heads, even hands waving and heads saying yes. So now, Brian, just imagine what your idea and my idea to do this, I don't know whose idea was, maybe it's mine, maybe it's yours, I don't know, but just imagine how the doctors here now, and I'm going to ask this question, how many of you now feel more empowered and realize that you're not the only one and that you are, look at the double hands going up. How many people realize now that you are the minority, but you are the evolved minority, right? You are the evolved minority. So guys, if you're there, raise your hand. If you look at that, there's people coming and sticking their hand in the camera that weren't, I couldn't even see them before. So thank you, Dr. Ozan. The people, everybody just, raise your hand. So see, Brian, this is the power of what we just did, is to help other people realize that you are not alone, that there are many people that understand what's going on. Now, there's a lot of people that don't understand, but they're buying the Kool-Aid, right? They're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're participating in the same misinformation campaign, which is, again, designed, it's orchestrated, it's been planned this way. That's why they call it a pandemic.